Every move is calculated, every pass precise. 1 second in the wrong draft and it's over. This isn't chaos, it's strategy at 200 miles an hour. Some games require raw skill, others rely on learned positioning. In super speedway racing, no one is better than you, only smarter. And when the line between skill and strategy is blurred, sometimes a little bit of luck can make all the difference. Before we get into the video, let's have a look at the livery I've made specifically for this car. NASCAR Truck today, we are back and we are in business. Starting P21, dead last in this race, didn't qualify, didn't feel like qualifying. I just wanted to raw dog it. I wanted to see how many positions I can gain on people that are definitely way better than me. And as you're going to see in this race, it is absolutely insane. We gained so many positions. Starting off, going outside line, want to make sure that we don't lose this draft. This draft is dead important because it is our key to staying in this race and being competitive at the end of it. And coming down the back straight, you're going to see that there's a green truck that dips off to the left. He doesn't want to get too invested in this fight early on. It is very important in these type of Daytona races that you are competitive at the end of it. Kind of tapped that truck there, a little bit of netcode, a bit unfortunate for him, but that's fine. He's still in the pack. It's no harm, no foul. But yeah, as I was saying, a clean truck is very important here. It is very rare that you're going to get through all 25 laps without having a caution at some point, and it's going to be no different in this race, as you're going to see later on. But early on, we're just going to try, make sure that we get this line moving, get this inside line moving well, and ensuring that we keep our engine nice and cool. A couple times during this week, I had problems of pushing too much, and later on in the last couple of laps, my engine overheated and I wasn't able to extract it and push them at the race when it actually mattered. So this race, I wanted to make sure that my car was fresh at the end, but I also wanted to make sure that I was competitive in a competitive spot at the end. Going on to lap number 3, and this is the first time you're going to see cars trying to utilize the third lane, the top lane, but it's not really going to come to fruition right now. It's a little bit early. People's risk tolerance isn't as high as it is going to be later in the race, and you're just going to say that he's going to tuck back in here and just work on continuing the 2 lines of this race and just trying to ensure that you're in a good position at the end. Like I said, it is very important, it is crucial that your car is clean at the end of this race. No one's really trying to do too much right now, and it's going to take until lap number 12 that cars start trying to actually make moves, and this is the first time that you're going to see cars properly utilizing the third lane, the top lane of the Daytona Superspeedway. A couple cars going up, they all want a bit of that pie, they want to get themselves to the front of their respective line. That is where you need to be at the end of the race if you want to win. So yeah, we're halfway through this race. The left lane, the inside lane is still kind of roaring really well, and that comes down to the fact that the left lane is the least risky lane. It is the one that you're most likely to just kind of get an average result in, and that's going to prove in the fact that right now it is the fastest lane. It's going to have cars clearing, and that is where you're going to see that lane kind of come to fruition. But as we come through onto the 13th lap of this race, we just clocked over halfway, is when you're going to see these outside cars actually properly get a push going and get their lines running. Cars start to kind of get in their position. We're now 3 deep in every single lane here, and the arrow push is going to make a huge difference to their respective lanes. We are literally 3x4 right now. There are 12 cars in the smallest vicinity. Car on the left there, having none of it. He doesn't want any more of it. I'm just dipping off the bottom left there, trying to make my lane work. There's a car that shifts off to the right. I'm not going to follow him. I'm going to stay left. And coming around, you're going to see that we have a lot of choice here. I can take whatever line I want right now, but that doesn't matter, as in a second here, as we come across the line to end this lap, these cars are going to start defending up ahead. The top car just tries to defend across, tries to defend both lanes at once and gets it a little bit wrong. that is going to send him flying off to the left. I'm just going to make my way through this wreck, slowing down, making my way straight through the middle. No stray cars are going to hit me, and that is going to bring out the yellow flag for the first time in this race. And yeah, they're just going to re-rack and restack as we head back from the caution. We are on lap number 19 now. And we are going to be starting P number 6 for this restart. Absolutely huge. It puts us a long way up this line and makes it a lot easier to continue moving forward as the green flag waves. We're going to try and get a good launch here, but I struggle to. I'm actually way off the cars up ahead, and that means that this inside line is going to absolutely fly coming down into turn 1 as the aero push is going to make it a lot more slick, a lot more smooth, and just get them that little bit ahead of us. Yeah, but unfortunate on that start. You can see I'm 2 car lengths off the car in front, which is an absolute century in super speedway racing, and even when I do catch up, the cars to the left have already caught up, and now they're 3 cars clear of us onto the back straight of this race. The 10 car down the bottom right, just trying to make that third lane work. He's quite confident in his skills of that third lane, and it's not going to come to fruition yet, but a measly lap later, and that outside line is absolutely flying. I'm going to benefit off it. I'm going to go outside, and that's going to put me at to the start of the line for the first time in this race. I'm going to look to go outside of these cars, make it 3 wide here, and the push is going to be absolutely insane. Coming out of turn number 1, I'm going to have absolutely mega momentum. I'm going to get huge overspeed compared to the cars in the other lane, and I'm actually going to clear both of them. I have the opportunity to take whatever lane I want, but I have decided to stick with the top lane, and that's going to be costly because the push just isn't going to be quite as strong as it was a second ago. I really had faith in the 6 car. Unfortunately this time it wasn't able to come to fruition, and as such these inside lines are going to start pulling back on us, pulling themselves even. Coming onto lap number 26, laps left in this race. I'm still in a really good spot though. Even if I don't quite get this lane working, there's still heaps of time to make something work here. Still trying to get this outside line to work. Through the corners we lose a bit of pace, but then down the straight we're going to be absolutely flying. This inside line though, having the run of its life. Both cars clear, move to the middle, shuts us down completely because this line in the middle has got so many engines aero pushing. They're going to absolutely pull away even with us having the side draft here. Some cars are going to start to dip low here. It is now back to 2 lines. That middle line is actually one that's kind of lacking. The red car tries to cut across, cuts off a little bit late, gets them a little bit squiggly, and now I've got no one pushing me. I'm left out to straggle on the outside line. I'm going to drop all the way back here. Absolutely unfortunate. I had the run of my life, but at some point it comes to an end. Lap 21, 5 laps left in this race. We're 3 wide right now. No one's really pushing. The aero is the only thing that's working. 10 cars still trying to make the outside line work, but it's just not quite work. And we're going to have to unfortunately abandon the outside line at this point in the race, pull back in, assess our losses, and come back stronger for the next time. At the end of the day, there is only one time that your position matters, and that is the time that you cross the line. That is absolutely key in this. Cars fanning out. We're still 3 wide up ahead. And here it's interesting because I've almost got to make a selection of which line I want now. Cars are going to choose which line they want, and it feels like you're selecting your Pokemon a bit. I know it sounds weird, but I mean, you've got to kind of lock yourself into which line you think is going to run the strongest because you're going to be boxed out. The only way that you would be able to do it and kind of have another choice later on is in the middle line, but that is not what I want to be doing because I don't believe so much in this middle line. You can see they're absolutely revving up. They're nearly 4 deep in every single line. This inside line though is still going absolutely insane. The 5 car is clear and can take any line he wants. And coming down the back straight with only a measly amount of laps to go, I have made my decision to go to the outside, and it's going to make it 4 deep in total. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting choice to go outside here, but the reason I chose it is because it had the least amount of engines, yet it was still keeping up with the train, but coming across the pit entry, and cars are going to go absolutely flying down the inside. Only a mini amount of cars left now because half the field gets wiped out. Absolutely insane wreck. You can see there's just a bunch of cars sliding across, coming back onto the track, and of course that's going to bring out the yellow flag for the second time in this race. So late in the race, it's going to be one and done on the restart here. We're looking to just try and maximize our opportunities now, quite deep in the pack here for the restart. But I've got to be honest, guys, there was never a caution. We are still going lap number 23. We've got 2.5 laps to go to finish this race. There's cars in the residual draft. They're going to build back up to us, and then that's going to be the fight for the win. So little amount of time left. This inside line absolutely flying. This 5 car has been so strong on the push all race. Outside line doesn't quite work. They're going to reassess their choices, turn it back to 2 wide, inside and outside lines. Currently the outside line's got more engines, but the 13 car has the choice to go to either line depending on where he wants to go. Coming across the line, lap number 24, 2 laps left in this race. These cars with the residual draft have caught back up. We're back 3 wide. There's enough motors where the 3 wide is going to be viable in this race. This is absolutely mental. With half the field out, it doubles our chances of winning this race. I'm still sticking the inside. I'm the 3rd car deep. This front car is still clear, and my aero push is going to make all the difference in keeping him clear, as there might even be the 2nd car, the red car, to clear. They may go high, and that would allow us to have a free lane by ourselves. The middle car goes to the outside, not the choice, slows down the outside line, doesn't quite get him working, and heading into the 2nd corner for the 2nd to last time. We're going to head on to the final lap. The 5 car gets duped, goes to the outside. I'm now 2nd in line. My engine is totally fresh. I've got all the temperatures needed to push him to the stratosphere. Final lap. Outside line is moving heavy. Inside line is moving heavy. The middle line is dead. We're now back to 2 wide, back to 3 wide. The middle line doesn't have a push though. He's going to die out here, but he gets his pusher. We are now 3 wide, 2 deep in each of the lines, and this is absolutely crazy. Heading through the 1st corner for the final time, and I get abandoned on the inside. We're back to 3 wide. I've got no pushes though, and this outside line is going to go absolutely flying. This car's wreck behind us. They're going to come back across. They are going to go back to the inside, and now I've got the most insane draft opportunity of my life to win this top split Daytona Trucks race. My first time ever winning a Daytona Trucks race, coming through the final corner for the final time. The draft is so damn strong. Can we make anything work? I'm going to dip to the inside, try and make anything work here. Have I got enough? I don't have enough, but we get across the line 3 wide, identical timing. Absolutely insane race. That is P3 for me. I finished in the middle of those 2 cars. One was in front, one was behind. Absolutely insane ending though, man. Yeah, I'm glazing up this race. I'm going to glaze these people to the moon. This was insane, man. The run to the line. I'm still excited about it now. Absolutely insane stuff, man. This is why I love iRacing, man. These types of races where you just get so heated in the moment. It's all or nothing. You can't beat it, can you really? Well, guys, if you liked this race and you liked the video, then you should like and subscribe, because there will be more of this coming every week. We are posting weekly videos of races just as insane as this one, and I'm sure we'll get some more bangers in the future, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.